It's like being in the Caribbean, but in the Arctic.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so outrageous.
I had heard good things before I came here, but it's true. Lofoten is a stunner. There's peaks to hike with these unreal views, cute shops to wander in if you can find them while they're open, and cozy Rorbu cabins that you gotta stay in because they're just the best. Owen skied, I soaked it in, driving the island end to end as the sun turned to rain during our trip. Fish drying everywhere, it's raw Nordic magic. Want to see why it's worth your trip? Let's go. Welcome to our first Airbnb, well, actually it's booking.com, in Lofoten.
Same.
And we're making dinner, and I got, for the first time, fish soup. Except I didn't get the fish for the fish soup, but it is fish broth, so I think it's gonna be okay. However, I thought before I came to Norway, every picture I saw, people were eating fish soup, and I thought, I'm gonna eat fish soup every day for the next month. Like, I just thought that's the only thing they ate here, and I still haven't eaten one fish soup. Nobody is serving fish soup.
It's not even on the menus.
Anywhere. So we went to the grocery store and I saw fish soup. And so I got it. But then I just translated the directions and it said, you feel free to add fish. So I'm gonna sort of have my fish soup. We are making lobster pasta. I like that. Lobster, like tomato pasta. So I was thinking about adding some of the lobster to the fish soup, but I think we're just gonna do fish soup without fish. Tastes like clear broth.
I was thinking that too.
It's like being in the Caribbean, but in the Arctic. Have to touch the water because it's so beautiful. It feels like so hot. It's so freaking crazy. Is a little chilly, but oh my gosh, like Lofoten, come on, this is so beautiful. So I'm just driving the road and stopping off whenever I see something pretty, which is turning out to be every couple of minutes. It's kind of hard to sightsee while you're driving because the roads here are really tiny, like slender, and this one's especially funny because it just gives these like little areas to not pull off, but like kind of go around cars every once in a while. And so you got to pay attention, but it's hard to pay attention when you just want to look at everything around you. There are some mountain guides in this parking lot. So I feel like maybe people are climbing that mountain behind me. I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to get to my destination, which is a nice coffee and pastry for the morning, but it's just too hard to get there with all this amazing stuff. Feels so good to get in the car. So this morning I dropped Owen off at a mountain, like a little kid drop off, but an adult at a mountain. And he's gonna hike up the mountain. I think it's gonna take him 4-ish hours. That was his prediction. So we will see, but I'm probably an hour away from the mountain right now. I just kind of wanted to do a drive today. It's a really beautiful day today. I think in Lofoten, it's hard to get, at least in the off season, which we are right now in May, and it's hard to get really good weather. But the beauty of going to places in the off season is if if you do get good weather, you get good weather and no people. However, there's still that chill in the air. So that's a little tough. So Owen's hiking his mountain and I just wanted to sightsee and also go to a couple cafes, do a couple things that he doesn't want to do if he's with me as much. And I didn't realize that also the cafes have really strange hours. So all of Norway in general, nothing's open on Sundays, and then Saturday stuff usually closes early. And then if it's a smaller town, they have really strange hours. And so all these are smaller towns, and I keep going to cafes and it's like, oh, not open today. Opens on Thursday. Or like something really random. It's Tuesday. And so nothing opens till 10, which is kind of a late start for cafes, right? But also bunches of them aren't open. So there's already not that many, like one every half hour. And so I'm going to this really, really cute area. And I actually wanted to go to this hotel that's in this area, but then I looked it up and their cafes only open on the weekends. So luckily there's one other cafe that I'm going to find and get some breakfast. And let's go find some more sights. This little town I'm going to is, I believe, called Henningsværbrua. I learned how to say that A-E, the A-E that is together. And apparently it's a So Henningsværbrua. It's such a cool place, like this islandish kind of thing. You got to see it on a map to get the real gist of it. And then there's even like a soccer field right on top of one of them. So it's really unique to see it. I'm waiting for a stoplight because all the bridges to get over to it are one ways. And hopefully it'll turn green soon. Oh, here we go. I had to come see this soccer field. I don't even play soccer, but I might start if this was my soccer field. You can't really get the gist of it up close, but the overhead view, I wish I had a drone shot. It's like just the coolest thing. I also don't know what these, like, all these sticks are. I'm guessing they're for fishermen, but they're everywhere. Okay, maybe all the sticks I saw were ways they dry fish. Make much more sense. It's not windy, it's so nice here. I was just in this really cool store. Probably the coolest shop I've been in Norway, maybe so far. Well, there was good ones in Oslo, but it's kind of had Oslo vibes. And rightfully so. The guy said, the owner, so the store is a vintage / outdoorsy store. So it's kind of got a mix of old and new. And the guy said that he was a reindeer herder up at the top of Norway. And then he moved to Oslo to go to design school. And then stayed there for 18 years, came here 8 years ago and formed this store. So I was talking to him about it and I was like, I really like the style because it was cool. It was like vintage, but then he also had these brands from like cool stuff from Japan and here and other Scandinavian things. And I was like, yeah, I really like Scandinavian design. And he's like, well, I kind of like a mix of Scandinavian plus California. And I was like, yeah, I can tell because he had like Patagonia and Kavu and various types of California brands. I always think it's funny when I'm traveling and then all of a sudden there's like brands from home. There was tons of Levi. And this place I might have to go in. Little wool store. That's cute. Norwegian parking is too stressful. I was like running out of time and I remembered the last time I tried to add more time, I messed it up. And so I decided to sprint back to my car. I was like 5 minutes over and I shouldn't have to worry this much. And before, when I was leaving my car, I was like, I got this. And then I left and I realized I had my old rental car plates in it. So it would have been wrong. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered. Terrifying though, way too stressful.
Oh my gosh, you guys! This is so outrageous.
This is such a good way to remember what the O with the cross through it, how to say it. So I just learned this yesterday because Norrøna has one of those in their name, like the outerwear company that Owen skis for. And we've been saying Norrøna, but since it has one of those crosses through the O's, it's actually not pronounced Norrøna. It's pronounced Like somebody said in French, you know, the word like bleu, like EU, it's pronounced like EU. So it's like Naruna. So the best way I've seen it is just there, the word entrepreneur. And so it said like entrepreneur with the O, but it's actually entrepreneur. And that's kind of like a really good way to remember it. So I don't know how I'm gonna change up this whole saying Narona to Naruna. But, and they also kind of like, their R's are like, Naruna. So I don't know. But yes, that is how you say it. They're coming to check out the dried fish. It just smells like fish in the air. And there are so many. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh, they're like just their heads. Chocolate shop. It's in a little person's house.
Rooms and places, like swimming underwater, but you control my heart with spells, so I can't stand it, 'cause I'm not a kind of girl.
We were just saying that driving this road feels very much like Kauai in Hawaii because of these mountains back here going right into the ocean, and the ocean is turquoise. Like, it's so beautiful. And then it's raining and the clouds are hovering, like very Hawaii vibes.
I feel your heartbeat, I know you're concrete.
We've moved to a new place on Lofoten. We couldn't quite decide where to stay because there's lots of different areas to stay, and they all offer a little bit different things, like different hikes, different skiing, different towns. We stayed on like the east side the last couple nights, so we wanted to be more in the center. So we're staying in this little town, and I basically chose it because a lot of places to stay are in people's houses if you don't stay in like a lodge. But there's tons of fisherman cabins as well that are called rorboos. And so I wanted to stay in one of these because I thought it was really cute. It's supposed to rain for today and tomorrow. I wanted to be in somewhere that was going to be like fun to be inside. And look at these windows. Like, we have these amazing front windows that are going to let as much light in as possible. But yeah, the place is super cute. There's a bunch. I think we're the only ones here though, because it's definite off season. And then you have legit, feels very Norwegian. I'll take you inside and give you a little tour. There's Owen. One thing I really loved about this place is they had tons of votives and candlesticks that I could light right as soon as we got in. So let me give you a quick overview, and maybe you'll want to stay in one of these. A little look at our room. And then there is a second room, which you won't need. There's also a loft up here. A little peek. These are actually funny. I have to show you this. All the showers in Norway have been so different, and this one in particular closes inwards and then you pull them out. So it gives you more space before you're using the shower. And then this entry is our living room. And Owen cooking
I got
fish.
some lunch for you. Check it out.
Owen cooking his fish kits. Fish cakes, baby. I need a bowl for our candy. What do you have to say about your fish cakes?
More for me and one for you.
I'll see how good.
You love them so much.
other day we went to see the dried fish hanging, and I showed you guys. But I did buy some sea gold, which is what they call it, the fish that has been dried. So I've been very anxious to try it. I'm a little bit nervous because apparently it's really smelly, although we could put it in our shrimp pasta tonight. So let's give this a try. Oh! It smells like fish food, like that you give your little goldfish. Oh, it's not good. It's like dry with a really fishy taste. That's about it.
And what were you expecting?
I thought it would be really delicious.
You thought dead dried fish was somehow going to turn delicious.
It was expensive. This was $5. That seems like a lot. You have to try it. You have to try a big piece.
A big piece. Oh, they focused. Ew. I can't believe that this is a thing.
It's got a lot of protein.
Oh my gosh. Did you eat the whole thing?
Yeah, you have to.
Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. That is absolutely disgusting.
It's a delicacy.
It tastes like if you caught a fish last fall and you just found it in your driveway and you decided to put it in your mouth.
Eat the rest.
No. No, you have to finish the bag. You don't get any dinner until you finish it. Backpack.
I do. It's cute. Still going up. Finished our hike and just had to drive like 15 minutes further to get to the very edge of Lofoten on the west side. The road just ends at this town called, well, we thought it was called A. It's like an A with a circle on top. Apparently the pronunciation is Owa. So the place is called Owa. And Owen's looking for a mountain, but I think he's in somebody's driveway.
Yep.
So now it's 3:30. We'll go check out some other things we can maybe do because there's still a little bit of sun out. And I think it's gonna get rainy after this. Super tiny town. Towns here are pretty dang small. I would call them fishermen villages at their finest. I thought that there was gonna be lots of shops and things to do.
No shops.
There's
a restaurant and 3 places to stay.
The restaurant is usually part of like a brew or hotel thing. Yeah, just lots of places to stay. So it's a very outdoorsy place, which I knew. I just thought there was more going on, to be honest. The one town I went to had a little bit, and then the city that we stayed in the first night had a little bit, but I wouldn't expect too much. It's midnight and it's so calm and beautiful out. It's wild because you never know what time it is at night. Like, this does not feel like midnight. So I can understand when people say the midnight sun and they like never sleep because you never know. Like, if you just, I don't know, you like wake up with the sun. It's just such a crazy thing. But it's so peaceful and beautiful. Like, how cute is that? One of my phone cords decided to die on me, so I had to get my other one, which is in the car. And we also just decided that we're gonna leave here. Well, technically, since it's past midnight, it's Saturday. I guess we're leaving tomorrow, Sunday. But technically it's still Friday night. So we're gonna leave Norway only because we were gonna leave on Monday, but we're gonna leave tomorrow because the weather isn't looking good. The weather was good today, but it's supposed to start raining tomorrow, but it might have moved back. But everywhere around is going to rain on Sunday. And when it rains here, like, you just can't do anything outside, really. Like, maybe you can Arctic surf, but I don't know. I don't know if I can get into that for like a full rainy day. I don't know. We'll see. But we decided, I don't even know if I should say where we're going because it's actually really exciting. We've wanted to go to this place for years. We actually had this trip planned here during COVID. We had the tickets booked and everything. I had wanted Owen to go to Marrakesh with me because I love it. And I had finally talked him into going to Marrakesh with me. We were going to fly into Barcelona, and then after Marrakesh, we were going to go here. And then COVID happened and all our tickets got canceled. And so we've kind of planned it a couple times since, and it's always fallen through. Like, we just haven't made it happen. And both of our birthdays are this week. So we were like, okay, this might be the perfect time to go. So I'll let you guys guess where we're going, and you'll see soon. We'd like to check in.